How's it going? Welcome back. So I was planning on having all the engine cover stuff here this weekend, but it didn't get done. It's still at the profilers, so that definitely will be here for the next episode. So fast forward, during the week we got some bits, so next weekend it's going to be a lot more interesting, not just exhausts. So all this turned up. So these are our engine covers, electrical boxes. So we've got quite a bit of work to do now. That's a big electrical box. So I will give you a quick rundown on the computer of how they work, and then you'll see us next weekend putting them together. Finally, that means once the electrical box is done, we can start the wiring. When that's done, she's all go. We're this close. I guess after that we have to build a trailer, but that's all in good time. But yeah, stoked that we've got all this in. Our shed is a mess. Perfect. So I'll give you a quick rundown on the computer of how it works. So there it is, complete. Don't worry about those bits floating in space. So those back vents are where the hot air gets sucked out from the engine bay and spat out the back. This little piece here will be enclosed, all of this. So there'll be another cavity inside here. What we're going to do is we're going to put some tubes in here that go quite high, probably up about here, and that'll suck all the hot air out of the engine as a venturi out here, and then hopefully feed it all out the back. So we'll swage all these, so it'll get sucked out and out of the engine bay. And also, because of backwash, the water, we'll cut some holes in here and put some drain pipes out and out the bilge pump hole. There's our electrical box, so that sits underneath one of the seats, and there's the cover. So this whole entire bit here is going to hinge back. I'll show you. I'll add the boat back in. So that's a representation of the boat anyway. So it sits up above on top, and they'll hinge back. So this whole lot, this bit, that all hinge back up, and it will just be left with this bottom half, this bit, and the electrical box. And we'll put something in here so we can put more stuff underneath the seat. But looking forward to getting that in. Now back to the rest of last week, and yeah. But we got some more stuff in. So this is our fuel gauge. So we're going to weld that one there on the bottom of the tank here, and then the other one on the top, and then run the clear one between them, and that will tell us how much fuel we've got. It won't account for those up there, but it'll be enough, that volume anyway. It's like a normal car, you know, you got it full and then all of a sudden it starts disappearing. And we've got these here as well. I think they're glass mat batteries. So these can be mounted in any direction in the boat, so they can fit in a tight spot somewhere. Are they? Uasa. So anyway, I'm going to work on welding those bits onto the tank. And what are you doing? Oh yeah, still those. So to install these, we've got this one, and that needs to have a hole drilled here, and then weld that on there. And then this little one, we'll have to have a hole drilled near the top, and it'll be welded on there. and then you just connect the clear line between it, and then you can see the fuel as it drops. So there we have it, the bits are welded on. So there's the hose. And we're hoping we can find a red ball or something that can float on top of the fuel, so it's just a little bit easier to see the level.
You have to have a thing on the floor too to lift up to see. There's the floor level through there.
Yeah. And there is, we're going to have to bung that off, that's just for drilling. Beautiful. Beauty, one fuel gauge.
Bloody marvellous. Let's get some narrow hose clips.
You get those ones that you crimp. I've got some of those.
Well, we've got to be able to get it off when this bugger's out and we've got to replace it.
And then we'll just put marks on what level the fuel's at. Do that when you fill it up. So our absorbed glass matte batteries, we're going to build a little battery tray for it and strap her in. Right, we'll get it out and I'll show you where we think it's going to go. So opposite side to the driver, so there's a little bit more weight on this side. So we're going to chuck it back there. I'll chuck it, you know, it's a saying. So we're going to place it back here. So from past parts that we didn't use, I'll build a little battery tray, chuck it in there, or place it in there, and then we'll run a strap around it. So hopefully that should be pretty good placement. Tucked right back there, gives us plenty of room for other stuff.
Get in there to put your big exhaust tube on.
Yes. You can put it on there. Just got to make sure it doesn't hit anything else. And there's our exhaust there, so there's plenty of room. So there we have it, one picture frame. So what I'm going to do, I still want to clean this up, sand off all the welds, sand in there and make it flatter. So I'm just going to chuck some of this strip, I think it's called pinch weld strip, on here. Chuck it on the floor. And then, big Bertha here. We'll just fit nicely in it. That way it won't chafe, and then we'll chuck a strap around it. Chuck it in the boat. Good as gold. So I'm going to weld these little tapped bosses on the side here, and that will mean we can have a strap over the top of the battery and screw it down. So here it is, all done. One on both sides, battery in. Just have to make a piece of threaded rod or something and a strap across the top, and she's be done, and we'll get it into the boat. So there's the battery tray. Grew a little bit. I need to put these wings on because it's going to go there. So I'll put some countersinks through the top and then have to drill through the side there, which is going to be pretty hard. I might have to get a right angle drill to get in there to drill those holes. But anyway, I can start by drilling these ones and bolting it down from the top. Beautiful. Progressed quite a bit on the last one of these. We've got both panels, big panels, just about finished. We just have to press those in the morning. So let's do it on those ones and then cover that and we'll be finally finished. Just got to weld the bungs into this one later on. But we're just about done on those. We can finally finish the boat.